Unified School District Board Member Teresa Castellanos. Eastside Union High School District Board Members Vaughn Lay and Brian Doe. Franklin McKinley School District Board Members Stephen Sanchez and Hong Ha Huang. Mount Pleasant Elementary School District Board Member Melissa Go Lopez. And our special dignitary, which is Blanca Alvarado, and a special gift to us to have you here today as well. And any other dignitaries that we have here with us, please, there we go. Council Member Michael McKay, thank you very much for being here. All right. And so please join me in welcoming the dancers of Folclórico Nacional Mexico. Wow, that was an amazing performance. Please give a round of applause to the dancers of Folclórico Nacional Mexico. And we'd also like to welcome Tim Orozco from Alex Lee's office, as well as Miriam Galab from Dave Cortez's office. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you. And if I missed anyone, please let our staff from our county supervisor's office, please let them know so we can acknowledge you as well in the program. And now, I have the honor and privilege to introduce our county supervisor, Betty Dào Yung. In November 2024, she was elected to the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors. Supervisor Yung made history when she took her seat the following month, becoming the first Asian American woman to serve as a Santa Clara County supervisor. And she is also the first Vietnamese American to serve on the board. Her election to the County Board of Supervisors was particularly meaningful for Santa Clara County's Vietnamese community as it came just months before the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon. District 2 is the only district in the county that contains a single city, San Jose. She represents approximately 400,000 residents living in the downtown, east side, south side, and surrounding neighborhoods, including Edenvale, Hellier, and Seven Trees, as well as the historic Japantown, Little Saigon, Little Italy, Little Portugal, Mayfair, and the Plata Arroyo communities.
Yeah.
The 5 members of the Board of Supervisors oversee a workforce of more than 24,000 employees and an annual budget of $12.6 billion. County government includes Santa Clara Valley Healthcare, one of the state's largest publicly operated health systems with 4 hospitals and a network of primary and specialty care clinics. Other major services provided by our county government and overseen by Supervisor Young and her colleagues include Child Protective Services, Criminal Justice, Public Safety, Affordable Housing, Social Services, and general government functions such as birth and marriage certificates, public health, and elections. The county also operates 28 parks covering more than 50,000 acres, 62 miles of expressways, which average 1.5 million vehicle trips per day, 2 general aviation airports, branch libraries in 8 cities, 2 fire districts, and a state-of-the-art animal services center. Supervisor Young's first year on the board was both historic and eventful. I have no doubt the same will be true in the coming year. Here to give us the state of the district for Santa Clara County's District 2 is Supervisor Betty Young.
My friends, neighbors, community, thank you for joining me this evening. We're going to take a slight deviation from the scheduled plans tonight to acknowledge our current events unfolding in real time before us today, deeply impacting the communities of San Jose and the labor movement nationwide. The decision to host my first day of the district here at CET was informed by the rich history of this place. The history of many District 2 spaces, including CET, are deeply intertwined with the history of the farm workers movement. I cannot begin our time tonight without acknowledging the immense courage of Dolores Preta, Ana Margrova, and Deborah Rojas for sharing their truths. I acknowledge the strength of all survivors who carry the weight of harm caused at the hands of men, made powerful by the stories we choose to uplift. So tonight, and moving forward, let us reclaim the narrative. No movement is the result of any one person. This news does not diminish the dignity, resilience, and importance of the farm worker movement. We remain committed to uplifting and protecting the rights of those most vulnerable, work that continues to be as urgent as ever. Profound change is possible only when coalitions of neighbors, workers, and allies come together in community spaces like this one. Movements belong to community, to all of us. I begin my remarks tonight by acknowledging the original stewards of this land and that we gather today on unceded and ancestral lands. Thank you, Deacon Solar, for the kind introduction and for all the work that you and everyone at the Center for Employment Training does for our communities every day. I want to honor and also recognize former CET CEO Irma Linda Sapien, who has been a pillar of strength from the very beginning in 1967 and has been a leader in our community since then. Thank you for your continued leadership, guidance, and friendship. And CET, thank you for opening your house to me and for hosting us this evening. Just like CET, and just like Deacon said, I was raised on the East Side and nurtured by this community. I live every day in service to you, committed to creating a county that works for everyone, where every working family, child, and elder has the opportunity to not just survive, but thrive in Silicon Valley. It was a year of unexpected and daunting challenges this first year, but we persevered as a community and attained unimaginable wins. Tonight, I will provide my very first year's report out to you, my bosses. I will begin with the many joys we experienced in 2025, followed by the challenges, the strategies for the road ahead, and conclude with my continued commitment to 4 key initiatives that reflect my core values and what I believe to be the values of District 2. When I was sworn in last year, I said it was the honor of my life to serve as the county supervisor for District 2, because this is the district that raised me, taught me, and has supported me throughout every challenge. This community keeps me grounded, oh it does, and holds me accountable every day to our collective hopes and dreams. My parents settled here because of the county's refugee resettlement program in the late 70s. My sisters and I were born at the county hospital, and we were raised on county services. Protecting and promoting the health of Santa Clara County residents, particularly our most vulnerable populations, our seniors, our children, our marginalized communities, is at the heart of county government. And in 2025, we brought that heart back to Eastside with the reborn and rejuvenated Regional Medical Center. On day 1 of the county takeover, we reestablished level 2 trauma services at RMC, and for several months during the first year, Regional's ER volumes even exceeded those at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center. These are lives that were saved because Eastside patients did not have to drive across town for critical care, but instead had a world-class hospital right in our backyard. The County of Santa Clara also resumed offering stroke and cardiac services at RMC, which the previous for-profit hospital owner had cut out. One of the things I am most proud of during my first year in office is the return of maternity and delivery services at RMC. Yes! Making sure that babies are born in Eastside again, where moms can give birth in their community and close to their families and network of care. The county's commitment to expanding healthcare services on the East Side is not limited to regional. Outpatient specialty services at Valley Health Center McKee have also expanded, providing more than 7,000 visits to date, with volumes increasing steadily each month. I can confidently say that the state of healthcare in District 2 is much stronger now and with a bright future ahead, thanks to the County of Santa Clara and the strong and sustained advocacy from you, the residents of District 2. Because let us not forget, it was our District 2 residents, neighbors, aunties, and uncles that took to the streets to demand that RMC stayed in our community. It is also strong because of our biggest healthcare asset, our employees. The doctors, nurses, allied health workers, and staff at Regional Medical Center, our District 2 Valley Health Centers, and every Santa Clara Valley healthcare hospital and facility are the best. So much so that it took less than a year for RMC to now be operating in the black. We are making money. To all of you who are in the audience, I want to give you a round of applause and thank you for caring for our families and community. Come on, round of applause for each other. Another area of joy in 2025 was strengthening the County of Santa Clara's partnership with the City of San Jose. It would not have been possible without the collaboration of Mayor Matt Mahan and the San Jose City Council. And we are already seeing results. In 2025, a County and City of San Jose collaboration launched to better align shelter, health, and housing by merging our respective shelter systems. It allows us to more effectively serve our unhoused neighbors, expanding direct county medical and behavioral health services into City of San Jose shelters with mobile medical units and community health workers bringing care with dignity directly on site. With a $45 million annual county investment supporting more than 1,800 temporary housing beds across 20 locations and 215 safe parking sites. By June of this year, 90% of San Jose's interim housing beds will be integrated into the county's coordinated entry system, allowing residents and our unhoused and housing insecure neighbors to access more than 2,000 beds through one streamlined hotline. The result of this collaboration are fewer encampments and more people getting the help and services they need, because no jurisdiction can solve homelessness alone. Our partnership with the City of San Jose does not end there. It is ongoing, continuing, and also extends to enhancing public safety in downtown San Jose through the Downtown San Jose Public Safety Pilot Program that launched at the end of last year. The program's goal is to strengthen coordination, accountability, and responsiveness in our urban core, in partnership with the city, the San Jose Downtown Association, local law enforcement, justice system leaders such as the District Attorney, Jeff Rosen, our Public Defender, Damon Silver, and together with our behavioral health partners and healthcare providers, convene a public safety town hall to begin this work by elevating resident voices and aligning on clear strategies to improve safety. I am committed to continued collaboration with the city, with our leadership and our partners to deliver measurable improvements and outcomes. And together, we are working to create a downtown that is safe, welcoming, and thriving for residents, workers, and visitors alike. But the work will not end there. The lessons learned from this demonstration pilot will be uplifted and scaled up across the county, while we still address the root cause of homelessness and housing insecurity. Because housing ends homelessness, and critical care keeps our most vulnerable housed. In 2016, we're going down memory lane now. That was way before being a supervisor. I served as the campaign measure for the Measure A Affordable Housing Bond Measure, never imagining that I would be a sitting supervisor to see it conclude. On the 10th year anniversary of Measure A, and in its final year of implementation, we have over-delivered on its promises. In 2016, the promise of Measure A was to build 4,400 units of affordable housing in 10 years. By the end of this year, we will have completed 6,700 units of affordable housing, welcoming home more than 20,000 neighbors who have experienced street homelessness or housing insecurity. Promise made, promise delivered. Somebody should. The County of Santa Clara Office of Supportive Housing has projects totaling more than 450 units that are breaking ground or already under construction this year alone. This includes more than 130 units focused on seniors in our community, the fastest growing demographic of our housing insecure and homeless population. And we will begin community conversations this summer to envision the future development of housing and community benefit on Center Road. Another initiative that gave me such great joy last year was the effort to expand protections for some of our hardest working and lowest paid residents, fast food workers. In 2025, the Board of Supervisors unanimously approved my proposal, co-authored with Supervisor Susan Ellenberg, to strengthen protections for fast food workers in Santa Clara County from employers who are bad actors, to level the playing field for good employers who follow the law, and to make sure that our communities continue to thrive. As part of this initiative, we are developing a gold standard Know Your Rights training program centered in the retail food industry. By investing in education and partnership, we are advancing fair workplaces that benefit employees and employers that do the right thing in the communities they serve. So many of our fast food workers are immigrants, and they, along with every immigrant in Santa Clara County, faced new challenges, daunting challenges, and threats in this last year because of the illegal and inhumane actions of the current federal administration. As the daughter of refugees, I stand with our immigrant communities in Santa Clara County and am completely, wholeheartedly opposed to what the current federal administration is doing to our immigrant families. It is not only illegal and inhumane, it is unproductive and un-American. The current administration is not making America great again. They're driving America into a ditch again.
Our diversity is our greatest strength in Santa Clara County. Immigrants are not only working in critical jobs that provide for our entire community's quality of life, such as food, landscaping, childcare, and home health care, to name a few. They are also entrepreneurs and small business owners who are creating jobs and driving our economic growth. That is why in 2025, the County of Santa Clara launched the multilingual One County, One Future campaign to reaffirm our unwavering support for immigrant communities and ensure residents know their rights and available resources. Last year, we reaffirmed our commitment to the Rapid Response Network as a trusted real-time resource for families in our community targeted by the current federal and anti-immigrant policies. We also embraced a cross-sector coordination, the Immigrant Protection and Empowerment Network, or IPEN, as a crucial part of our path moving forward. And because I have the district attorney and the public defender here this evening, I want to make sure I acknowledge their efforts in making sure that record clearances and expungements will not determine what will happen to a family staying together or being separated. With immigrants comprising more than 40% of our population, we continue to invest nearly $6 million annually into immigration-related services to defend targeted communities. Last year, the county also invested $1.7 million directly into District 2 organizations and community and business groups through my office's District 2 grant program. These funds advanced arts and culture preservation, strengthened small business corridors, expanded access to healthcare and mental health services, and uplifted youth, seniors, and immigrant families. Every dollar was allocated to community-based partners with a proven track record of delivering results. This investment reflects my commitment to equitable funding, neighborhood activation, and ensuring District 2 communities have the resources they need to thrive. And tonight we have more than 10 small business districts represented in the House. Where are you at? Let me hear you. Yeah. And 14 neighborhood associations representing District 2 are also here tonight. So after we're done, make sure you get to know each other and make a new friend. One of my greatest joys of the year was hosting the Women's Leadership and Policy Summit for the first time. Began by my predecessor and mentor, Supervisor Cindy Chavez, the summit brought together 1,300 leaders, advocates, students, and community members to advance gender equity through policy, leadership development, and cross-sector collaboration. Centered on the theme, Women Leading Change, Fierce Futures Rising Together, it addressed the urgent challenges we face, including healthcare access, food insecurity, public education, and reproductive justice. Participants engaged in interactive policy workshops, grassroots organizing trainings, health equity discussions, mentorship building sessions, and multilingual community education opportunities. The summit provided healthcare and wellness programming to ensure accessibility to all women and allies in our community. And be ready, because this October, the 2026 Women's Leadership and Policy Summit is coming back, and we are ready. While 2025 was filled with joy throughout District 2, we also face significant challenges. I take no joy in telling you that those challenges will be with us for some time. And will get worse each year for at least the next 4 years, which is what has been forecasted as a 4-year cycle of economic downturn impacting the county's budget and our quality of life. Coupled with the current federal administration's hostility towards California, to immigrants and diversity, and to working families are at the heart of the challenges we face. The humanitarian disaster that is H.R. 1 will severely impact the county's budget. We face a projected deficit of more than $270 million in the fiscal year that begins on July 1st of this year. There will be an additional $500 million in H.R. 1 related deficit by the end of the calendar year. Without action, those levels of cuts will devastate county government, leading to deep cuts in our safety net and our health and hospital system, affecting our public safety abilities and our entire regional economy. We have a 3-part strategy to meet these challenges. Part 1 is done with the passage of Measure A in November of 2025 and the additional revenue it will generate. Measure A in 2025 will generate approximately $330 million annually for the next 5 years to help protect our public hospitals and healthcare system in the face of historic Medi-Cal cuts. Measure A funds will stabilize our emergency rooms and help offset the most severe impacts of federal reductions ensuring continued access to critical care for every resident of District 2 and all of Santa Clara County. I'd like to give a round of applause to each and every one of you who voted for it last fall, for your vision and compassion, because the strongest support for Measure A, the top number of votes in this county, came from District 2. That is District 2 coming through time and time again for each other, for our families, and for the county community writ large. Part 2 of the county strategy is making our own organization as lean and efficient as possible while not compromising the critical services we deliver to residents. Part 2 is underway. The Board of Supervisors have made $200 million in budget cuts this past year alone and continue to re-envision county operations and services to reflect the new reality we now live in. We have already seen some major benefits in Part 2 of our strategy. Reforms at the Department of Employment Benefits Services. Ilona Bacolia, who is here today, is the Director of Department of Employment Benefits Services. Our department, in 2 months' time, have cleared a backlog of 11,000 applications from Medi-Cal, CalFresh, and CalWorks. Where the wait to get a caseworker assigned used to be 3 months is now 24 hours. And Part 3 is underway right now. Advocacy at the state level to protect our public safety and healthcare system with strategic and specific asks. Some examples of these include working with the 6% of California hospitals run by counties that receive 60% of all state trauma cases for increased funding. Updating and operationalizing an efficient statewide redetermination system that will not kick people off of Medi-Cal every 6 months. And revisiting funding formulas that were created during the Affordable Care Act because the reality that no longer exists with the full implementation of H.R. 1. We need the state to do their part, and we need our state representatives to redouble their efforts to champion the county's interests in Sacramento. And I'm so grateful that our state delegation, Senator Dave Cortese, Aisha Wahab, Assemblymember Ash Kalra, Patrick Ahrens, Alex Lee, have been our fierce champions at the state level. Y'all know I never like to leave the district, and I am notorious for never going beyond the boundaries of District 2. But I promise you, in the coming year, I will be knocking on every door at the state capitol that I can, advocating in every room and every meeting to make sure that our state legislatures understand what needs to be done here to protect the fabric of our lives. Providing our state representatives with all the support they need, and always advocating for you and for saving the critical safety net services that Kent County provides to every resident. Despite these challenges and the continued hostility of the current federal administration, I remain committed to my North Stars. Through highs and lows, calm times and turbulence, we stay committed to the North Stars of this district. I remain committed to actions which I believe will transform District 2 and improve the quality of life for its residents and every resident of Santa Clara County. These include reimagining and transforming the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds into a catalyst for economic development and the regional showcase that it was in decades past. Planning for a bright future for the land currently occupied by Reed Hillview Airport, a future that is inclusive for every resident and promotes a healthy quality of life and environment instead of detract from them. We cover that. Continue to build the county's healthcare infrastructure in District 2 to help heal decades of marginalization and poor health outcomes. Reaffirming our commitment to make Santa Clara County the most safe and welcoming place in the country, a place that prizes diversity and makes every resident feel they are supported and belong here. I remain filled with hope and confidence that we can accomplish all of these and much more because of all of you, the residents of District 2. You are my neighbors, my 400,000 bosses, my community, and my inspiration. I know the challenges we have faced in the past, and that is why I'm not afraid of the future. During times of challenge, I turn to my OGs and my elders, the giants and the greats, whose shoulders I stand on. I turn to Blanca Alvarado. I turn to Zoe Loughran, to Cindy Chavez, to Maritza Maldonado, to Ermelinda Sapien, and to my refugee elders who survived war and dictatorship and crossed the ocean for my future, and to build a new future here, a new home in Santa Clara County. They all gave me the same advice. Maybe some choice words and a little bit different, in terms of delivery. But what they tell me is that we buckle up and we fight like heck. And we don't do it alone. We work together. Collaboration and cooperation between the county and our cities, between neighbors and district, business owners and nonprofits, between local and state governments. Every resident of District 2 will be a critical, crucial partner in the years ahead. I know we can do that. I know we will do that because we have done that. District 2 has survived through everything before, will survive through this. And we're gonna come out healthier, stronger, and more confident than ever. Thank you for receiving my report out. Thank you for this opportunity to serve. We have a few more treats and surprises for you, but please don't leave right after the speech. I want to make sure that everybody understands that every person in this room is either your partner, your potential partner, your future partner and ally, because we need everybody together right now to fight this fight to save the heart and soul of our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Supervisor Young. I know I speak for everyone here when I say how proud and fortunate we are to have you representing District 2 on the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors. I would now like to introduce the musicians from Mariachi Azteca, who will be closing out this portion of the program, leading us to the reception in our beautiful THdaudC Plaza. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening.
Good evening, everyone. We are Mariachi Azteca. We're going to share one more song with you up here before we head out to the wonderful patio. Thank you for having me.
Dan brinquitos mi corazón en ese autorrico con naranjos en flor. Parecen las muchachas angelitos de Dios, son más lindas que una canción, de esas que son puro amor. A Totonilco, tu cielo, tienes belleza tranquila como un rayito de luna metido en su quietud. Son sus mujeres preciosas, son florecitas hermosas como un ramito de rosas, hermosa su yuyuyuy. No se me rajen, muchachos. No te andes por las ramas, yuyuyuyuyuy. Camina trenecito que a Totonilco voy. Ya parece que en la estación dan brinquitos mi corazón. En ese Totonilco con naranjos en flor, parecen las muchachas angelitos de Dios, son más lindas que una canción, de esas que son